Hello, artists. We are here for another project today. We're not going to have a follow along for this one. This is more just a project that you're going to do mostly on your own. And I'm just going to help you get started. So before we start, I want to show you what this is going to look like. I know mostly I wait until the end to show you the example. This time I want to show you it the first thing. This is called a mandala. And a mandala is a piece of art that goes in a circle. It's very rounded. And though it looks really complicated, you know by now from doing your own patterns that it is not as difficult as it might look. You're going to be doing some very simple things that are all together going to create something very complicated. Now, this is something that I like to do a lot on my own, especially if I have to sit and listen to somebody talk for a long time and I'm not doing anything, I fall asleep. But if I work on this project, if I have some paper, I will start creating little mandalas on my paper, and it helps me to stay awake and stay a little bit focused. So good tip, not only for your artwork, but also to help you kind of stay awake during maybe some longer discussions. So here's how it's going to work. What you're going to be doing is pretty much just picking a very simple pattern. Don't do this yet. You're not doing this. Let's say we had a line. You're going to be creating a pattern. So that pattern could be doing these little half circles. Your pattern could be doing triangles. Your pattern could be maybe a little more complicated. Maybe you do a triangle and a half, a triangle and a half, a triangle and a half. Get the idea? But instead of doing these in a line or in a row, like we did with the designs earlier, we're going to take these now and we're going to work with them on a curve. So you're going to start with a centerpiece and you're going to pick some kind of pattern to go from the beginning. Recommended for this, two best ways to start, either the flower petal method or the star method. And once you have that, you're just going to keep working in a circle. So if I wanted to keep going with my half circles, I might go and do another set going around the ones I just did. If I was doing this one, maybe I would turn this one into triangles. Get the idea? And then you're going to continue outward from there. And every now and then, if you feel like you need a fresh start, what you would do is just draw a circle around what you've already done and then pick something new. Maybe you want to do something that is more like these curvy spikes. Maybe you want to go and add something in between them. See? So you're just picking something really easy that you're just repeating over and over. And then when you get to a point where you're like, I need a little break, draw a circle, and then it's like a fresh start. So here's how you'll begin. You don't have to do this in pencil. You're going to be doing this in color. So either colored pencil or marker. Pick a couple of colors. If you want to get crazy and do a whole lot of different colors, go ahead and do that. Or you can keep it a little simpler. I'm going to choose, since we're getting closer to Halloween times, I'm going to be choosing some Halloween type colors because it's my favorite holiday too. So I'm going to start off in the center. I'm going to make a little dot. And for this one, I'm going to start off with drawing some lines, almost like a star. Now in the other one, I did spikes. This one I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to do a little curve. So it almost looks like an umbrella. Then I'm going to do more curves. I'm going to start in the middle of this one up. So I'm going to go like around the point. It'll look like this. So you see how I'm picking out something very simple and I'm just repeating it. Let's get a new color in here. I want to do a little loop-de-loop. Loop-de-loop, de-loop, de-loop. Now, the nice thing about this is that you don't have to create a perfect circle every time. The fact that you're making all these little tiny details, people aren't even going to notice it. So if you really look hard at my example, you'll see that it is not a perfect circle at all. But that's okay. It still can look like a really cool piece of artwork, and it definitely makes it feel more homemade that you did it with your own hands than if you had it absolutely perfect. So I'm going to end this one by drawing a circle around it and pick a new color. So you don't have to do these same designs that I'm doing. I'm just picking out whatever I happen to want to do at that moment. And that's the fun of this. You don't have to think about it too hard. You want to pick something that you can do pretty easily, and you just repeat it over and over again. Ta-da! I love adding dots to mine because dots are a really good way of adding more detail without having to add a whole lot of, it's not difficult. It's a pretty easy detail to add. So I will sneak in dots wherever I can. When I'm doing a mandala, I don't like to leave a lot of blank white space. I like to fill things in as much as I can. So it's a good idea to try and get a little bit in the habit of that. Don't fall off. Let's just go ahead and we will end this one again. I'm going to do another circle around that. And I'm going to do some stripes. So see how simple that is? 2 quick circles, fill it in with a couple of stripes. Let's have even more fun with that. So yeah, so you can mix your colors as well. You can do 2 different colors in a set, in a row. Get the right idea? So you'll have some examples to work on. I think I might work on this one and just finish that up. So I'll speed this up and you can see the finished product a little bit later. Okay, see you in a few. And there we have it, artists, our final finished piece. I had a little bit too much fun coming up with different spooky kind of designs to go with my Halloween theme. I hope you enjoyed watching it. A couple things to keep in mind as you are working. You want to make sure you're going all the way to the edges of the paper. You are filling the entire page. So you could see as my design started to come off the edge of the page, I just had to keep going until I was just barely working in all the corners. So make sure you get the entire page filled up before you send it in to me. I cannot wait to see what kind of fun designs you came up with or what colors you chose to use. So I will talk to you pretty soon, maybe in the next video, maybe on our next meeting. We will see. Have a great day.